What's going on, everybody? This is Coach Stefano from Stefano's Training Systems. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to get better at soccer during the coronavirus, no matter what, no excuses. Okay, so first off, I'm sure you guys are wondering why I'm sitting on a fire pit with a backpack. If you guys have a backpack at home, right, it doesn't take much to create a gym at home. You get a backpack, you get a couple textbooks, right? I got my school yearbook. Who would have thought this thing was useful, right? Essentials of Strength and Conditioning. I think I got a psychology textbook that I never returned in high school. Whatever, right? You get the backpack. I weighed this thing, it's about 20 pounds, right? Resistance is resistance. Your body doesn't know if this is a barbell or if this is just a backpack with books in it, right? Resistance is resistance. So your body will still have to adapt to the stimulus you place on it, no matter what the stimulus is, right? Okay, but let's say you guys are quarantined. Let's say you're feeling a little bit under the weather. What do you mean? This is a pandemic. The world, you know, it's getting put on lockdown, whatever, right? How could I still get better at soccer? All right, I'm gonna tell this one does not go. This video is not good for the kids that are looking for an excuse. It's not good for the kids that all they do is play video games and, you know, they barely play soccer. They don't really care. They don't think about it in their free time. This video is for the kids that consciously want to get better at soccer badly, and they're still thinking about when the season starts, can I make myself better before then, right? This is for the kids that are training hard and trying to get better. Maybe if the spring season still happens, maybe if the fall or the summer league happens, that I'll be playing in that one, right? This video is for them. Okay, everything you do starts in your mind, whether that's a bad thing or a good thing. When you go somewhere that you don't know where you're going, it's very important to set the GPS. That way you have a sense of direction. Okay, so when you're trying to get better at something, you have to put it in your mind, I want to get better at this, right? Okay, you set the GPS up. Now from there, it's very important to understand how to use your mind to get better at something. So I talk about this in my previous videos, right? There was a study of 3 groups of basketball players. Group A, you know, they physically worked on their jump shot. They got 25% better. Group B just visualized it from a first-person perspective, you know, what it would feel like to have the ball in their hand, what it would feel like, you know, have their feet at the line. And then when the basketball's in their hand and they shoot the basketball, how could they get into the hoop? They visualized this so many times that they got 23% better. So how is it that someone who didn't touch a basketball almost got the same improvement as the person who did touch the basketball? Because the mind's a very powerful thing, and if you guys can use it correctly, could you imagine if you physically trained and used your mind, your mental training? You know, you get, let's say, what is that, 48% better, right? If you combine both, I guess, right? But the whole thing comes from visualization and imagery, right? One of my favorite mental exercises to do is you go on YouTube, right? And you find a player that plays your position and you watch their highlights and you watch how they solve certain situations, right? And then you want to try to put yourself in their mind. And here's what I mean by that. You want to kind of look through their eyes and see how the field looks, you know, how the defender stands in front of them. When they go to do the move, how's their balance? How's their foot positioning? And you want to try to replicate those repetitions as many as you know, vividly and full of detail as possible. That way you guys put yourselves in those situations more, and now you're doing so many mental repetitions that when you come back to the field, you know, when you solve that certain problem, whether the defender's standing in front of you and you create a move and get to the side of them, right? You've done that so many times that it becomes second nature. And because of that, you'll get better at soccer faster without touching a ball. And because you're constantly thinking about it, you're more likely to act on it physically as well, right? I'm thinking about how to get better at soccer. Okay, I saw that. Now I want to practice it physically. So now if I combine the mental side of it with the physical side, you guys will compound how good you get at soccer and get better at soccer a lot faster. Whether, you know, you're quarantined right now or you're in good health, you have a little bit of space, you have a gym at home or a backpack with textbooks, there really is no excuse why you guys can't get better at soccer or anything else that you're working on, right? I don't, you know, it doesn't matter if this is a pandemic or the whole country's going to get put on lockdown for the next 6 months. If you guys want to get better, right? And this you know, kids who have taken on the well, I got an excuse, well, you know, I kind of just like soccer. Yeah, this isn't for you. This is for the kids that actually want to get better, right? You have to consciously use your mind, do the mental repetitions. You know, how much detail can you put into it? How much effort can you put into it? And then if you have the ability to train outside, do it, right? And no matter what, you'll get better at soccer that way. I guarantee it, right? It all comes from a first person perspective. How, you know, the same way I'm looking at the back of my hands right now through my eyes, you gotta do the reps just like that, right? When you guys play Call of Duty and you're shooting from a first person perspective, if you look through, you know, your eyes and put yourself in the situations that would happen in the game with as much detail as possible, you'll do so many reps and you'll get so much better faster. And then if you could physically do it as well, then you just multiply your success there. Okay. The next half of this video, I'm going to just show you guys a quick at-home workout you guys can do with the power backpack, a soccer ball, and the side of your house. All right, check it out.